What's up? My name is Kamal, and today I'm just going to film a video on how to change the rear diff fluid in a 2004 Nissan 350Z. I don't really know if it makes a difference, but mine has the VLSD. I would think that the open diffs use the same fluid. And as far as the fluid, the OEM fluid for the rear diff in the Z is GL5 80W90. I'm actually going to be using 75W90, the GL5 fluid. And then the capacity is 3 quarts. We got 3 bottles of this stuff here. This is pretty easy. First thing you gotta do is just get your car on jack stands. Here's the 2 plugs right here. This is the drain plug, and then that's the fill plug. And the hex or Allen key you need is a size 10. I'm gonna break this loose and start draining it, and then you can also take this off while it's still draining, and I guess sometimes that helps it drain a little bit more complete and sometimes a little faster as well. So it's almost done. It's just dripping now. But I did want to show you guys the fill plug, the top one. Just looks normal like this. And the drain plug actually has a magnet on it. You guys might have seen when I took this out, it was covered in gunk. So I cleaned these up. So these are the old little like crush washer gaskets. Those you should replace. Some people will say replace the whole plug as well, but I think you're fine with just doing this little crush washer gasket because the plugs are steel and the like Allen part won't get messed up with multiple removal and putting it back. Unlike if they were aluminum, then you would want to replace them, but they're not. So this is the part number for these little gaskets. I just picked these up at my local Nissan dealer and they were pretty cheap. I would definitely grab 2 of these so you can have some fresh ones going on there. So next thing we're gonna do is put our drain plug back in with the new little crush washer, and we're gonna torque it to 30 to 39 Newton meters or 23 to 28 foot-pounds. So I just have this pump from Harbor Freight that I picked up, which will allow us to get this fluid in the diff. The only problem is this part of the pump is kind of thick and it won't, this is really small, so it won't reach all the way to the bottom of this. So what I do is I actually cut the neck off of one, and that way I can get to the bottom and get all the fluid in there. And then basically I'll just pour these into the one that I cut open the neck of. This pump's kind of nice because it has these tabs on it. So when you put this in there, you kind of squeeze the tabs and then it kind of holds on to the opening so it doesn't fall out on you. And then what we're supposed to do is just pump all the fluid in here till it starts coming out of the fill plug and then put the plug back on. So I kept filling it up till it started coming out of the hole. I've just been letting it kind of level off a little bit before putting the plug in. I also didn't use 3 bottles. I think I actually remember now reading somewhere that it'll take the full 3 quarts if you actually have like the rear diff cover completely removed, and it allows the diff to completely drain out. But if you just do the fill plug, I guess not as much drains out of the diff. Alright, so that's basically it. Just gonna spray brake clean to get all the wet fluid on the diff off of there. Only thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is when you do put your car on jack stands, you want to get it at equal height, front to rear. So just make sure like your jack stands have the same number of teeth so the car is level, because that's important when filling it, because the way you know that it's full is that it comes out of the fill hole. And if the car is leaning forward or backwards, obviously that's gonna vary, like whether you put too much or too little fluid in. So yeah, just make sure you do that, and that's it. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see other Z stuff. Got some other parts we're gonna install, and we've made a decent amount of videos with it already. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.